Okay, this is an era in which everybody needs to learn, but not everybody can afford to go and attend programs full time at an academic institution. People are working, professionals need to sharpen their skills as they are working. So they have to do it while at work, and virtual learning brings the learning environment to them in their offices or homes. So it causes least disruption to them.
Why you should invest in learning both leadership skills and change management skills. Today's organizations are very fast paced. That change is something that happens in organizations on a regular basis. So as a manager, not only you need to learn the leadership skills that is required for your day-to-day job, but you should also learn to manage the change process. Why managing the change process is important? Because research says that the change programs that are implemented in the organizations, many of them fail to achieve their desired objectives because the managers who are in charge of implementing change programs, they do not have the desired competencies for managing those changes. Therefore, if we are to create future leaders, they need to be trained both in leadership skills as well as skills for managing change.
Okay, if you've followed recent corporate history, there have been major scandals involving poor leadership right up and down the hierarchy. Uh, and the same can be said of other kinds of organizations also, not only business organizations. So, all of that points to a shortage of leadership. There are people who occupy high positions of leadership but display poor leadership in that role, and that's extremely damaging to those institutions and organizations. We need to find a new breed of leaders who lead organizations in the right way, for the right purposes, for the collective good. And that's what we hope to do in this program. It has many dimensions to it. I personally believe that it begins with oneself, that we ourselves have to learn about ourselves, how to become better leaders, and to release the energy, the tremendous energy that lies in organizations. So, self management is the first part of leadership. Then we have to learn how to deal with others, understand them, to build effective teams. And if we manage to form effective teams, then of course the synergy releases all the potential. We get high performing organizations. We have to manage the environment, we have to have a worldview. So, leadership is a multifaceted dimension, and we intend to cover all of it.
As a manager, one needs to learn how to diagnose a problem. If there is a problem in the organization, accurate diagnosis will help you understand what is it that needs changing. But that is not the end of it. When you decide what is to be changed, after that, equal emphasis has to be provided on how to change it. So, how do you manage different stakeholders in the organization? How do you manage different power relationships? How do you convince other people that this is the change that they should go forward with? How do you take their feedback into consideration? How do you communicate the change process? The program is going to be participative with emphasis on case method, as well as will have a Harvard simulation that will help you in understanding different strategies in implementing the change process.